Parents more control over what their kids are allowed to do on the popular digital gaming platform. Parents will be able to remotely access and monitor their child's account and set spending and daily screen time limits. The move comes as digital platforms ramp up protections for young users. For more on this, let's bring in Beatrice Moyes. She is a board-certified cognitive specialist and parenting coach and author of the book Neurodiversity and Technology. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. So Roblox, just for people who don't know, it's not just one game, but it's a platform where games are constantly available. They're constantly changing. You can even, in some ways, kind of build games and stuff like this on this platform. So I know it can definitely be confusing for parents or for someone who's not a native user of the platform. But what do you make of these new controls as someone who understands it? Do they go far enough?
They don't go far enough, but they go far. And I'm very, very happy and excited that, these platforms are deciding to think about children's safety. And because, yes, it is a child game, but it's not only children playing it. So, yes, this is definitely a first step into the right direction. So I think it's a great thing, and I think it's wonderful.
What are some ways that parents can help kids set boundaries playing games online and encourage them to be transparent, right? Or ask for help if they run into problems or are being bullied? Because the thing that I think is of major concern for parents who are familiar with these platforms is somebody that you don't know can get in contact with you in some ways on these platforms. Like you're communicating with people. You're not just playing a game on your own. Sometimes you're playing with other people. You don't know who they are, where they are on these platforms. What are some boundaries parents can set?
Well, I think one of the first things that parents need to understand is preventative measures are far easier to maintain than when you're trying to do it on the back end. So the preventative measures are the conversation and communication and setting the boundaries before. Because when children are, aware of what the boundaries are and what they look like, it's easier for them to adhere to them than for us to try to instate boundaries after they've already been crossed. So definitely, making sure that the parental controls are tailored to the child's needs and maturity level. Not every kid is different and every maturity level is different, even based on age. So tailoring what is necessary for the child, making sure that kids understand that personal information should not be shared by anyone with anyone online. So having those conversations, early interventions, making sure that you sit together with your child before handing them the access to these tools and let them know here are the rules and here are the things that you need to avoid. And if you get into danger, here's what you can do about it. So preventative is basically the first boundary.
So that is great advice. Let's say, unfortunately, it gets a little farther than that. What signs should parents look for in their kid that could indicate they're having an issue online?
Usually children become a little bit more withdrawn, than they typically would be. So, and, kids don't always want to say or fess up to whatever it is that they're doing because they feel bad about it and they really don't know how to navigate, which is typically why they get deeper into trouble. So, look for behavioral sign. If your child is acting differently, behaving differently, if they're a little bit, to themselves more than they've been, but always double check whatever it is that they're doing. Like the phone doesn't belong to them, it belongs to you. So always kind of do like a perimeter check to make sure that, hey, let me see your communication log. Let me just see what's going on. Again, it's a partnership up until the child is able to handle life on their own.
Beatrice Moyes, great advice. Thank you. Always good to see you.